Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Michelle. Welcome to Steel City Sanctuary, a space for women, mothers, daughters, sons, and the cycles that shape us.
Where we talk about all the stuff women were told not to talk about. Periods, pregnancy, birth, teens, motherhood, raising kids, becoming ourselves.
The divine feminine, everyday magic, and yes, the kind of wisdom that once got women called witches.
If you are looking for honest, grounded, soulful conversation, you're in the right place.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, so grab a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's get ready to talk. Today we're going to talk about
seasonal living.
Ooh, seasonal living. Okay. What is seasonal living, Amanda?
Well, there are all types of way of aligning yourself with the season, but it can have a lot to do with your daily habits, with the food that you eat, with aligning with the rhythms of nature, really, is trying to align with the season and live accordingly. And this can change, really, of course, where we are right now. I don't know what season we're in, right? Yes. We're going winter, spring, summer, winter.
It's March.
Yeah, it's March.
It's March in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And it is crazy.
Yeah. I think it's actually really funny that we chose this topic and we picked it ahead of time. And it's been really hard to live with the season right now. Particularly, I honestly felt like I should just go back and hibernate. A few days ago, because we had a couple inches of snow. It was 70 degrees, and then we had snow. I truly felt like a bear.
Couple inches of snow, not even just snow. Yeah,
no, it was like inches.
Right.
I was like, well, I'm going back to my cave. I have no reason to be out in the world right now. This sucks. But meanwhile, the day before, I was planning my garden and trying to, figure out what seeds I'm going to put where. And so, I would say this time of year, it's actually really difficult for me to live with the season, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's these in-between times that can kind of be the hardest, where we're acclimating to a new season, a new energy shift. So it's the energy, it's the physical season is changing, and then the energy. So even if you're in a place where maybe the season doesn't change as dramatically as far as the weather or the view or whatever, the energy, there's a major energy shift. So I consider the spring equinox, which we are about to fall into at the end of this week, that is my new year. The cyclical astrological new year. That's my new year. That's when I celebrate the new year. Woo, 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 woo.
Well, it's the seasonal time of New Year as well.
It's
when the newness starts to come up.
Yes.
And it makes more sense to kind of have
the death of winter.
Yeah.
Everything starts to rebirth and wake up and shake up and grow in the spring. And so that's when I feel like I'm waking up, I'm growing, I'm ready to plant seeds, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to set intentions. I'm ready to manifest. I'm ready to make my vision board. I'm ready to do those things, as opposed to in January, I'm hibernating.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's really important. So one of the ways I really try to honor seasonal living more recently in my life is wintering, actually wintering during the winter.
Yes.
Which can be really hard in our society.
For sure.
I, will say that ahead of time, because you can't always just turn the lights off and be dark with the sun going down. And I get that. But as much as you can honor that and not have maybe every light in the house on.
Yeah. Can you explain to us what wintering?
Yes. So it really is just kind of thinking more about how we would have lived almost like pre-electricity, and what we would have used as light sources, keeping it minimal. When it's cold and when you can't be outside as much, and you're also really meant to kind of act like other animals and hibernate in a way, right? Like you're meant to kind of lower your activity, you lower your food intake, you just can sleep more, truly. And all of those things do happen to most animals in the winter, and we're animals too. So, I think it's mostly our society that doesn't honor that. So pushing ourselves past our point of tired is really more honored in our society, right? Coffee is honored in our society.
Yes, resting is not honored in our society.
No. And so wintering is really more about honoring that time of rest that you should be getting in the winter. And so I actually try to not use lights again, right? I have kids, I have a family, we have to do some things. But when I'm really early in the morning and I'm awake, I use candlelight and I try to like let the sun rise and try and like have that be how I spend my time.
I like the natural light. I use natural light a lot. And then even as it starts to dusk, I have twinkle lights inside. So I like a white, like a we're very light conscious people, like as far as like the atmospheric
the big light. Do you stay away from the big light?
We do. Yeah. It's very, the only time the big light is on is when I'm crafting.
Yeah. And
you my boyfriend still is like, are you done? I'm like, okay, but I'm crafting. So I had bought this like smaller light that's just like attaches and it's just
zooms right on what you're doing.
Right. So that we don't have to disturb the entirety of the room. Right. Yes. Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah. And then, like I said, we have the twinkle lights and we just like chill to that. And candle lights, wonderful. I actually have this client who was telling me that she's been sleeping better because she takes her shower at night by candlelight.
Right.
So you know how when you take a bath, you like the candle lights, and let's say she doesn't have a bath at her place. So she's been doing showers by candlelight. I'm like, yes. So if you don't have a bathtub, but you still want that like relaxing time in the water, try candlelit bath.
Candlelit showers too.
Yeah. Or shower.
Yeah. I know.
I shower. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Because even, and like you said, it's at the end of the day. It's at night, right?
Yes.
So you don't want to like charge yourself back up at the end of the day.
Because the shower can wake you up.
Yeah.
Or it can chill you out. It can
bring you down. It can kind of wash away everything that your day had on you.
Lighting is so important. People really take that for granted or just don't
pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Or don't realize how much it's affecting them.
Right.
I think that's part, like, office
There's
lighting.
A lot of different things that affect us that we tend to brush off. But so seasonally, the light and the lack thereof can
something
really
can
affect
honor.
us.
Yeah, it's just something you can honor about a little bit more of nature. Again, I know people work late. You have to get home at night. You're obviously going to use your lights. Please do still use your lights.
Right. Yeah. But when you can, just to try, even on the weekends, or something, just give it a try.
Yeah.
Just see what it feels like. Just see, it's kind of like when you get excited when the electricity goes out because you get to like, let's bust out the board games. Let's, get
all the candles.
I remember when my son was little, there was a couple of times where we pretended that the electricity went out. And we had a
fake power
outage.
A fake
power outage
That's actually really fun. That's a fun idea. Yeah. So that's, I would say, probably the biggest way I can in my life, like just some of the things that I can do. Another way that I try to live seasonally is food related and try and buy things that are in season at that time. I still eat citrus in the winter, but I also tell my children that this is a luxury, that like really cherishing oranges.
And how far did that orange travel?
Yeah.
Just to get to
it's
you.
Not from here, and again, we're in Pennsylvania. So there's certain foods that are a lot easier to get here that I can get at local farmers markets and try to do so as much as I can.
Yeah. Yes. And I feel like we crave different foods in different seasons too. Like I want soups and heavier foods in the winter, and I want salads and lighter things in the summer. And I remember this winter, like my boyfriend was like, "Oh, let's have a salad for dinner or something." I was like, A salad.
It's too cold.
That is summer and spring food.
Yeah. But also,
but it is. I wanted like something hearty.
Yeah.
It's like don't give me soup in the summer. Like I don't really, crave that as much unless it's a chilly night, Like on a chilly night for sure.
That
but
even being like a craving, that's also your own body telling you,
yes,
like you don't
exactly.
really need this right now. Like
right.
you don't need to overheat. And and your body is actually working harder digesting raw foods. So in the winter, when you're like reserving your energies too, and like cooking those soups and like having those like heartier, warm, already cooked, foods are easier for you too. So it just kind of lends to that like cozy, sleepy.
For sure. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And honoring it. Right. Right. Yeah. Just really following suit. And that's why, in the summer, we want lighter things. We want more raw foods. Right. We want things like that. Just really following your body, like following your body's lead, because your body tells you what it's craving. Your body tells you what it needs, what it wants, what's best for it.
We're all just animals. Yeah.
Right.
Follow your animal body as to what it needs. Yeah.
Right. For sure. And, so those are some beautiful ways to follow the seasons. Oh, go ahead. I was going to get to this. I'll do it later.
No, yeah, please. I mean, there's other, we can also get into that.
Okay. So I have this lovely book. It is called Wild Wisdom Companion. It is a guided journey into the mystical rhythms of the natural world, season by season. So it is a Maya Tolls. It's by Maya Tolls. And it is just amazing way to just really sink into the energies of the seasons. And in a very deep way. So it's not even just autumn, summer, winter, spring. It's it's like late. It's like early autumn, late autumn,
for sure,
early winter, late winter, because there's those different energies for each time. And then, like we were talking about before, the transitional energies too that should be honored as well, because like Amanda and I were just talking about before recording, we're like, well, I feel really off.
Transitional times are my hardest. And I was like, that actually makes sense that like right now is I can't find my rhythm. And I'm like trying to figure this out. And I'm like, well, yeah, it actually makes sense that I can't find my rhythm.
I feel off schedule.
I feel a little off for some reason. And I'm like, it could be maybe because we're like transitioning.
Yes. Yeah. Like I'm craving to change my routine and my schedule, but it's like,
not yet.
Yes.
Yeah, not yet.
And feeling all the feels, like every type of freaking emotion. And it's like, why? But as we're sitting here talking about this, it's like, oh,
that's why. Yeah.
This is why. It's a transitional time and we're really feeling this energy. And like right now too, we're in this new moon energy where the moon, the whole cyclical, beautiful energy of the moon. And that happens all month long, so 28-day cycle, just like we were talking about in the last episode of like our menstrual cycle, which we're not done, by the way. We will be
we're
back.
Gonna circle back to that. There's
There's so much more to talk about, and the moon too. We'll have a whole episode on the moon. But like, yes, the cycles, honoring the cycles, and following the seasons and seasonal living.
Like, as a woman, you have your own seasons. Right. And we were also just speaking on that. Right. Like as even the 28-day cycle, it almost feels like you're also like ebbing and flowing into your own seasons. And
we were even asking each other like, wait, where are you at on your cycle? Where are you at on your cycle? And then we realized that it's not our cycle doing this as
seasonally.
It's the seasonal, which of course it is because we're having this topic. But with the seasons, I also want to point out the elemental aspect of these beautiful seasons. So honoring the seasons is also honoring the elements. So with each season, there is a different element that we move into. So I want to just bring that up a little bit.
So where are we? We're in late winter. Is that right?
So we are in well, yes, technically we're still in late winter. So we are moving from earth into air.
Okay.
And because winter is the element of earth, we're earthing, we're
grounded,
grounding, we're really sinking in. Animals are hibernating, they're tunneling, they're
yes,
they're doing all these things.
They're in the earth, yes.
Yes. And then in early spring, in the springtime, we're really moving into the air. So we're really into that element of air. And the air is it's all about like intellect. It's all about waking up. It's all about movement.
Right.
Without a container. It's like very big, like the sky, the sky's the limit, it's that type of energy. It's air, right? And it's very, intellectual, that type of thing. Then late spring, we're moving from air to fire. Because summer is fire. And then summer, we have that fire energy, that, fiery movement. How would you describe fire too? Just like that action.
Right.
That
like quick, very quick moving and
action.
Very action filled, scorching.
Heat. Yes.
Scorching. Yeah.
And then late summer, we're moving from fire to water because autumn is water. So autumn is very watery, very emotional, very, things are starting to fall. Like we start to create a container around ourselves as being inside a little bit more. It's very emotional. So the elements are so amazing to also work with.
I mean, this is totally side thing here if you're into like astrology or anything.
Yes, I was just gonna say this.
Like,
yes.
Do you feel like you go with the season that's predominant, the element that's predominant in your chart?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So so your chart, I mean, this would be a whole nother podcast, right? But like your 3 heavy hitters in astrology.
Right. Well, I'm a heavy fire. Yeah.
Your sun, your moon, and your rising. And then if you look at your chart, like you'll notice, like you said, you're a heavy fire. So like, and I have a lot of earth and a lot of water in my chart. So, looking at and you have a lot of fire. So are you more of a summer person since you have a lot of fire? Am I more of an autumn and winter person? No. Okay.
I know. I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't know about that for you.
Right. But like my favorite season, I would say, is spring.
Okay.
That's my favorite season. But anyway, it's so cool to like look at your chart, look at the season, follow the energies. It honestly, though, I will say, looking at my chart, looking at the elements, all of that has helped me to really appreciate the winter.
Yes.
Really appreciate the winter more. Really not sit in fall and be in that like it's almost winter vibes,
yes.
Like that crotchety, like I hate the fall because it's almost winter.
Like coming of age type of a thing where you can appreciate winter, I wonder. Because I really didn't appreciate winter until my mid-30s.
Maybe.
I just wonder if that came like when I was prepared to be still more.
That's like fair.
As a young person, I had way too much energy to sit in winter that sometimes here lasts
for a long time.
And so I just wonder sometimes now, as I've gotten older and more mature and more able to sit still, if winter agrees with me more now. Too.
Right. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. I wonder, what do you guys think? Let us know. Have you changed?
Yeah. What do you think?
As you've aged, or do you have a favorite like time of year always? Yeah.
So let's go through each season.
Yeah.
I'll start and then you go and we'll talk about like what our feelings are as far as the season. So we'll start with spring because we are going into spring. Spring is my favorite. Why? Why is spring my favorite? Because everything starts to grow. The trees start to bud. The green starts to come back. And I turn into a little kid like, oh, look at the flowers. Look at the trees. Look at the green. And I just get so pumped and excited and I wake up. I love it, love it, love it. The temperature is just right.
Yeah.
And I just adore the springtime.
Are you in any way celebrating the end of winter? Like,
in some ways, yes. No, in some ways, I feel like I am because I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready. Summer, I do enjoy. I really like summer. I like vacationing. I like, being near the water, and I like hiking. I like a lot of the activity of summer and the break of summer in some ways. And I like I just like summer. It's exciting, but I don't like the extreme heats that sometimes we'll have in the summer. Like it gets really hot, but when it's hot in the summer, I escape to the woods because it's always cooler in the woods, like under the trees. I always go to the water, to the woods. Yeah. Yes, that's where. Well, that's probably where all of that like earth and water from my chart comes from. Which we're not getting into astrology, sorry, but yeah. But yes, it's I really do enjoy the summer, but there is some challenges there. I also have like some autoimmune things that cause me to swell in the heat. So that brings its own challenges. So
some people get the summer blues. Like
some people get the summer. I have friends that get the summer blues. Yeah, yes.
I have friends that love the winter, like get more excited.
They hate
and then
the
they
summer.
Feel it coming, and they're like, "Oh man!" Like
they hate the summer. Yes, like they don't do well in the heat, and that is fair. That is so fair. I understand that. The autumn, I really love. I love autumn. I would say spring and autumn are my favorite seasons. Those in between times, I love the vibes. I love Halloween. I love that energy. I really, really, really enjoy autumn. Winter, I have grown to love. I always hated it growing up. Always hated it. I had seasonal depression in the winter, and it really, really changed getting older. And my friends, like having friends who loved the winter, really showed me the beauty in winter and just honoring the season for what it is, the rest, honoring the season. So if we want to talk about the seasons as far as feminine and masculine, again, we are both feminine and masculine, all of us, no matter if you're a male or female or whatever. We all have feminine, masculine energies. So the energies of the seasons, the winter and the fall, autumn and winter are feminine, and spring and summer are masculine times. So autumn and winter are a time to be, to rest, to sit with, to get deep, intuitive, to really go within. Where the summer and spring are times to do, to be, to go without, to like really be social. I mean, you're social in both, but it's totally different vibes in those seasons. Like, I don't even have to explain that to you. You guys know it's totally different vibes. So so as far as masculine, feminine, that's
it's interesting
the vibes we go
that
to as well.
Spring is masculine to me.
Yeah, it is, because it's the time of rebirth, right?
Right. So to me, it feels like fertile and like woman-like. Like for me, I read that as like feminine. It's just
but not that it doesn't have feminine energy, because they both do. But as far as like what they kind of lean a little bit more towards, right?
Interesting.
But I agree. I think spring is a very fertile, rebirthing, beautiful time of year. And we're creating a lot internally, externally. The world is creating a lot.
Nature is creating a lot.
Right. So what about you as far as seasons? What's your favorite? How do you feel about them?
It's almost hard for me to choose a favorite season. I actually think really love the changing of the seasons. Like, I think I enjoy not getting stuck in a season.
I agree.
I think I would have a hard time living too far south or north, right? Like somewhere where it wasn't changing.
I used to disagree and think, right?
I used to be like, oh, what I would do to live in the south, or like out west and not have the winter, like the hard winters, and like yeah.
And is this age that is right? Like
when did
let us know? Yeah,
what changed?
What you're thinking? Yeah,
like I think I always loved summer. I'm a summer birthday, right? So like I always just felt like yes, it's so much fun, and there's that element of school being out when you're young.
Oh yeah,
Like, it just added to this like. Summer just felt like a party. Like it just felt like
right.
Like summer's a party. So that was probably why it lingered as my favorite for a really long time. I love autumn though. Like I love the changeover and the beauty of autumn.
Do you feel like that's your new fave?
No, I think I'm still pretty much a summer girly.
Okay.
I do. I think I am. But I do get done. Like I'm done with summer when it's done. I'm done with winter when it's done. Like I'm done with the season when it's done. I'm kind of ready. Like even now, like I think when we hit
feel that too. Yeah. Like it's like I'm done. I am done.
Yeah.
And then it changes over because if we had too much of a good thing.
It is, right? Like
moderation.
Even now, I'm really looking forward to the warmer weather. We had that couple inches snowfall, and I was like, "Oh my God, are you kidding? Seriously, we're done, right? I thought we were done. Mother Nature, I thought we were done. But she's allowed to do what she wants to do right now. But I think that when I'm done with the season, I'm ready to move on. So I don't know that I have a favorite. I think I just enjoy it when they are there, and then really look for like that's what makes me like the next one.
Love it.
It's because I'm done. So
yes,
I'm like, it's coming. Oh, I see a red leaf. Did you see that red leaf?
Yeah.
I saw a red leaf, and you're like, oh, it's coming. And you get all excited.
The nights are getting cooler.
Yeah. And then you get your first snow. And like,
yes, that is so exciting.
I don't know. Is that so I romanticize everything maybe? Like I just get really romantic about it. But
that's beautiful to honor each of them for the energy that they bring, for the beauty.
Yeah.
The beauty that they bring.
Right.
Because they are each so beautiful.
Right.
Even though in the winter I call the trees naked.
They are.
I say the trees are naked.
They are.
And it's brown but it's gorgeous when it snows.
Covered
there
in
is
white.
Such a beauty in that.
It is like sparkly white and extra quiet. The snow can really absorb the sound. And so it's even more quiet in the winter, which I like.
And the critters aren't out as much and things like that.
I do have a fireplace, and I think that helps. Ooh, I light a fire. Every time, and this is maybe just goes back to like how my mom did it. We have a snow, like the first snow, it's like light the fire.
Yes.
To light the fire. So there's also like a ceremonial aspect maybe
for sure.
of that too for me, the changing of the season.
And there's the indoor fire of the winter and the outdoor
burn, which is coming up for me. Like we're about to have our first outdoor
in the
fire
spring.
Soon.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That is so exciting. The first outdoor fire of the season. The first indoor fire of a season. It is. Yes.
Like I'll miss winter. I loved this winter. I'll miss it, but I'm ready. Goodbye. I'm ready for you to be done. Like I'm definitely ready. I'm ready for spring. But summer I think is my favorite. And I agree with you. I stick by the water. It does get hot, but there's a lot of nature around us. I think we live in an area where we can really still
go to nature. Go to nature in the heat, because when you get stuck inside so much in the heat, you're not honoring the season or the nature. Like and I get it, it's hot, you want the air conditioning, but truly, if you go under the canopy of the trees, it's like 10 degrees cooler than it is out in the sun. If you go into the water, even just dipping your feet into the water, whatever, and you don't have to have a pool to do this. You don't have to go to the pool. I actually hate pools.
Right.
I prefer natural water. You just go dip your feet in a stream, go find some water. There is water around.
I take my kids creek walking.
That's
what we call
love
it.
that.
Creek walking.
I love
it's
that.
Just hiking in the water, basically.
Exactly. There's so many ways, to keep cool in the water without, if you don't have a pool or anything like that. There's no excuses, people.
Well, it's interesting too. Like I have young kids, and a lot of daycares or any facility that watches your children almost require outside time.
They do require
like unless it's absolutely like horrible out there, they require it, right? And so even a lot of my kids, they would take like snow pants and extra boots and extra this and and you would be out still like 30 minutes every day at least. They're
Right.
outside.
Right.
And then somehow as adults, we're not doing that. Like we're not giving that to
Elementary
ourselves.
schools do that, and then all of a sudden,
Yes.
middle school they
Yeah.
stop doing that, and that's we all stop doing that.
We all
it's like we
stopped
get
doing that.
we unlearn that
Yeah.
to be
Even as
outside
an
and to
adult.
connect with nature because
just 30 minutes, just kind of breathe the outside air. Yeah.
Let's all just keep that. Yes, it's very important. It is, no matter what season it is, to breathe that outside air
and I
to
think
get
when
the
you
fresh
do
air.
that, you automatically attune yourself to that season.
For sure.
Like
for
you
sure.
can't not attune with that season when
Right.
you spend more time in it
Yeah.
outside, for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, visually feeling it, the temperature of it. Yeah, just it's exactly. Using your senses, you cannot deny what season it is.
Yeah.
Smelling, the smell. Who can smell spring?
Oh, I was going to say autumn.
Who can smell fall? Who can smell summer?
Yeah.
There are different smells for each season. And I swear to you,
for them all. Yes.
they make candles for them all, right?
Yes.
But yes, you can really like sniff that shit out. Yes.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like just like the rain, you can smell the rain. Like you can smell the seasons, which is really beautiful.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Really beautiful. Oh, I really
do you want to talk about that too?
Yeah.
Just like different, well, geographically too, because we kind of talked about that, like how I think geographically, I love the seasonal change here, and that lends to even how we work or even my personality, right?
Oh, for sure.
And
yes.
then in other cultures or other climates where it's more common to do different things. So one of my previous jobs actually was working a lot in international business, and it was very difficult for people to understand that in southern regions and specifically like South America, you would take like a siesta, like a literal break at the heat of the day. It's just normal to break your work.
I thought like she said, at the heat of the day, that's why they would do it, because it was the hottest point of the day.
Yes. But to a northerner, it just looks like you're just taking a random break without.
We'd love that. I know I've heard so many people like, why can't we have a siesta? And it's true. It's we're good for us too. But the reason why they do it
to our climate here.
Right.
We don't necessarily need that here.
Mm-hmm.
We can
maybe
work
in the summer.
Maybe in the summer. But yeah, not like their summer.
No,
not
right.
Like
it's yes, right.
But you actually will be physically ill trying to work.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like especially with the physical job. Right.
And so, I think climatically, you can't ignore how seasons, climatic change affect your culture and the way you live. It just is how it is.
Yeah.
And another example I was talking about with this is how Pennsylvania Dutch culture has managed to survive here, right? And like it's just a weird little. So for those of you that are not aware of, I'm sure most people have heard of like Amish, which is part of the Pennsylvania Dutch, but there's a large group of people in Pennsylvania and parts of Ohio. I don't know that you would call them Pennsylvania Dutch if that's what they're considered in Ohio, but they're of that background, right? They came here, I think it was like southern Germany.
They could also be on the border.
Right.
It's a bit, the border of Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Oh, yeah, it's a ton. Yeah. But their culture really did well surviving here. And a part of that, I truly believe, is climatically, they were coming here to start farms and were able to because it matched what they were leaving in Germany. So you could grow your same foods here. You could grow your culture here, and it worked, and it lived here. Where if you tried to do that with another culture, or if you tried to grow those foods in Florida, it's not going to work. And you're not going to hold on to the foods of your culture, and you're not going to hold on to what you came with as much as they did here. So I've really thought that was like a really interesting way how climatically and geographically they were able to keep their culture because of where they came. Like, It was just a really neat. And that's a whole separate podcast. Right. The whole, their culture and their way of living. And they're very seasonal.
Yes. And very attuned,
Yeah.
to the the seasons.
Yes. You know, another thing I did want to touch on too, actually, is okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, yes,
Ayurveda.
yes. Yes. Please talk to us about Ayurveda.
Well, it's interesting how you were talking about this too. And
is it okay? So everybody pronounces it kind of differently. Ayurveda, Ayurvedic.
I would say Ayurvedic is what I always said. Yeah, Ayurvedic living. And I'm not necessarily an expert on that.
Right.
But it is something that has helped me not just living seasonally, but to understand that like I myself have my own season.
Yes. That's what's so cool about it. Yes, is knowing
the Veda, the Pitta, and the Kapha.
And the Kapha, yes. And to be able to feel within our own personal season energy.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Yeah.
We each have our own. We each are different. Just like when we talk about astrology, the chart itself, like all of our charts are different. So when you talk about astrology, a lot of times people think you're just talking about like your sun sign, like your birth sign, but it's your whole chart. Your sun sign is one piece of the puzzle. So when you talk about your whole chart, everybody's chart is different. Mm-hmm. Unless you were born the same day, the same time, the same city, at the exact same moment as someone else, which could totally
you probably, if there's somebody else at that same hospital, like birth, you might
I'm gonna happen. But anyways,
it's unique. But it's the same in that those energies are all sort of there, like you have, and it's the same with the Veda, the Pitta, and the Kapha. Like we all have a little bit of those energies, but you're going to be predominantly one of those,
right?
And so, I'm Pitta, so I know more about that one, but it's the fiery, more quick moving energy. And so somebody with that energy is obviously going to like summer more and be more comfortable in a climate that's warmer too. And like,
their body is going to run
different, warmer. And there's different things about it.
Different foods are going to affect them differently. Like even hot and cold foods. It's like a whole thing. And you can even have certain aspects of all three in there, but if you're is that what you said? Predominantly. Yeah.
What's also interesting about this, and I would recommend, like, you can literally Google, like,
I'm sure there are tests. Yes.
And it'll ask you the questions.
There's books. It's very fascinating. And what culture is this?
At birth. Indian.
Yeah. Yes.
You can be one at birth and then find that you've changed and like you've gone out of line with your dosha, like you need to get back in line with what you were. And so
so you should always follow what you're born with. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Typically, if there's something that diverted you out of that, you could get back to that, or you should look to see what can direct you back. And there's a word for it, and I don't have it memorized.
And I know that like not following your specific dosha can cause disease, unwellness, we'll say.
Out of balance.
To be unwell and out of balance. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love that how you had like all the different elements of each season.
Yes. Yeah. And this also, not only does it have the elements of each season, it also has, the different chakras, the different energy centers, plant medicine, animal medicine, crystal medicine, symbols and seasonal symbols and practices in here too, which, I mean, it's not the only book that does that, but it's a really great resource. And there are other books and things like that. And it really helps you honor the seasons, follow the seasons. If you're following the energy, you're following the, the crystals, the plants, the symbols, all of those things. It just helps you to embrace that season even more.
I think it can also give you some forgiveness too for maybe like having some issues during the transitional periods or where you're thinking like, God, is it me? Am I getting my period? Like,
why am I so tired in the winter?
Yeah. And then you can be like, oh, it's okay. Like I'm seasonally on track here. Like it's fine. And it's a little bit more of, forgiveness for me, for sure.
Yeah, because I think some people even confuse the seasonal depression of winter as being like, I'm really tired, I'm low energy, I must be seasonally
What's
depressed.
wrong with me? Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
But you're not. You're just in alignment with the winter. And if you honored that and followed that and leaned into that, you wouldn't feel depressed or sad or whatever about it. You would actually be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like just following suit.
Right. I'm supposed to, and if anything, I truly believe this too, which is why I try to honor my wintering, is that I do believe you'll actually come out of it for the year, like feeling a little bit more rejuvenated. You'll be able to come into spring and summer with more energy because you allowed yourself the rest.
Oh, 100%. Yes. Yeah. If you didn't allow yourself that rest, you're going to be like sick in the springtime and be like, why am I sick when I just want to I just want to create. I just want to start planning. I want to clean up the yard. I want to clean. I want to organize. I want to
plant my tomatoes.
Yeah, I want to plant these flowers and tomatoes and herbs and whatever. Yeah. Yes. Did you want to talk any more about this?
No, that was really it. Yeah.
So,
mindful decorating. Yes, you're right.
That's a great one. We were actually just talking about that before too.
Tearing it down.
Yes. So seasonally,
you keep your seasonal decorations up longer, I think, than I do. Like we were talking about this once before. Yeah.
So, so I actually keep up my, I try to keep it for the entire season. I did recently just take down my winter decorations at home this past weekend because I was like ready. And then we had that snow. I was like so ready for the spring. I was like, it's spring almost. Like, I'm ready. And then we had that snow and I'm like,
guess we're staying in. I had a fire.
But I'm ready.
I know. Yeah. I had a fire. I was like, I guess I'll have a fire.
Yes, we did have a fire too.
Yeah.
Outside we did because it got it snowed and then it melted. Yeah, it's just been so up and down, but yeah, I try to keep my decorations up for the entirety of the season. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, it's almost spring equinox, I better decorate for spring. Get all the flowers out and garland and pretty things. Though in my studio space here, there is a lot of bright, springy things that I keep up all year round to just keep it bright and cheery.
Lively. Yeah. There's a lot of living plants.
But I do also add, in the winter, I have winter decor and then different decor for different seasons. Definitely switch it up. But I love seasonally decorating. I think it helps me honor the season that much more as well.
Yeah.
What about you?
Excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I'm trying to think of when I start, because it always kind of starts in the fall. I don't have as much, I think, summer, spring. It's more about the decluttering, and I really like to see my house feeling more
Do you do the fresh flowers too?
You know what's interesting? Not as much.
Okay.
I do fresh flowers in the winter.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think I get a little bummed out that
I
don't see them.
Yes, I'll do some fresh flowers in the winter too, and then I let them dry
in the winter, and I'll have a nice bouquet of flowers in my kitchen. More in the winter than in the summer. Mm-hmm. I think in the summer and spring, I'll pick flowers. I'll have fresh flowers from the yard, or I'll go flower picking or things like that. So I do. But honestly, if I think about when do I go and buy, I do buy myself flowers, by the way. I do purchase my I like if I'm at the grocery store and I see flowers.
Heck yeah, me
I
too.
buy myself flowers
me
all the
too,
time.
For sure.
So I like to buy myself flowers a lot more in the winter.
I dry all my flowers out. And I decorate everywhere with dried flowers too.
Yes.
I love
keep them dried. And
yeah. And then when I'm done with them, I burn them.
Yeah.
I burn them ceremonially.
Yeah. But I would say spring and summer is more about clearing the clutter It's funny, like you said,
and you
air.
mentioned opening things up.
Yes.
Right.
And
Air.
like air.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
totally
Airing
tracks.
things out.
It feels like I want things to be aired out more. And in the winter, I like to have more like blankets everywhere and cushions everywhere. And everything has to feel like really cozy and tucked in.
Yes, that's a great way to describe it.
Yeah. So like I'll get rid of those blankets. Not get rid of, but like I'll store them. And it's like they don't need to be out on all of the couches.
No,
I don't know.
Right.
Like, you still use them, but like to me,
yes, no, but yes.
It feels.
And like you said, opening the windows, airing, even cleaning the windows from like I'm looking at all my windows right now. Like they all need clean so that the light can come in. So we can open, we're opening things up more.
Right.
Really the movement.
Yeah. And so, even when I think about like decorating into autumn, it's more about bringing stuff in and like crowding it up a little bit and like having, it starts with the pumpkins, I guess, right? Like you bring in the pumpkins, you have like little candles. I do more candles in the winter.
Snuggly. Yes, I do more candles and tea. I love tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I definitely do more tea in the autumn and winter.
Yeah.
Not that I don't do tea in the spring and summer, because I do. I even do hot tea. I do hot and cold.
It hits different. Hot tea on like a first cold day, it just hits different.
It hits so much different. Yeah. Right.
So I do. I decorate the house in a different way, but it's more like the cleaning out of spring that I like. That's what I'm feeling right now. And the garden, I would say my yard becomes an extension of that.
Yes.
I don't have a large garden. And it's semi-successful most years, but like just getting in touch, like having my hands in the dirt and like really getting in touch with it.
Being outside more, spending more time sitting outside, being outside, touching outside,
pulling the weeds out, clearing it out.
Plants. Yes.
Again, it's like clearing the space. Something about that feels like
cleaning and clearing, right?
Yeah,
it's very spring summer, right? It's very spring summer.
And then I have all the dead stuff I'm ready to burn soon. I've got the pile of like all the dead brush and things that I cleared from the garden. I'm ready to burn it soon. So.
Yes, that's what we do too.
Is that May 2nd? Is that right?
What?
May 2nd
is what?
Beltane.
Oh yeah,
I jumped there, but I was like, there's always like a
I was like, where are you going with that? Yes, May 2nd.
Well, I might do it before then, but
Oh, right, exactly. But we definitely get into those vibes for sure, and honoring those and seeing the connection of why you're feeling this way, because these are innate instincts. Within us, right? Like these are innate things that come from nature, from ancestry, from the beginning of time.
Well, even like we have not lived with electricity that long. I mean, obviously, like in our lives we have, but it's if you think about the span of mankind, humankind, we really have not lived with electricity. That our body, our rhythms have not adjusted to that. I think I think it's okay to like honor the fact that we're not supposed to have the lights on all the time, that this is new to our brain. Cell phones.
I like having the blinds open when I go to sleep, because that means I'm going to wake up to the sun. Well, if it's sunny. But you know what I mean? Like I like to wake up to the bright as opposed to waking up to the closed blinds. Like I'm going to sleep longer. I'm totally going to sleep longer.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I feel that.
But so this is all innately stored within us. Every single human being.
Right.
Like, and obviously every animal, like you can see it, these animals, it's just ingrained. It's built within them. They are born with it. So are we. We are born with it too. So the more we honor it, the better we feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And again, I say that as much as I can, as much as you can in the society that we live in, because again, I think our society really goes against seasonal living in a lot of ways. It doesn't lend to seasonal living.
It doesn't lend to it. It doesn't honor it. Right. Which is a shame. But we can.
But little nips and things that you can do. Any little thing you can do definitely helps. Yeah.
Seasonal living is resistance.
It is. All right. One candle at a time. Okay?
One candle at a time.
Just turn off the big lights. okay? Just turn off the big light. It will make you feel better.
I love that, like that you said the big light, because that's what we call it too, is the big light. Does anybody else refer to like the light in the center of the room as the big light? Like I do. I don't know. Does everybody like? Is this an everybody thing? Like
I feel like there is like the big light.
Like, yes, it's the big light, and then there's the side lamps, and the little lights.
Yes, I have people that come into my house and flick on the big light, and I'm like, oh, it was off.
Why? Yes, right.
But I get it. Some people like need to see. I understand, but I adjust more in the dark, and especially this time of year.
For sure.
It. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I'm getting used to the light, but it's not summer yet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What
are you thinking?
Is there anything else that you wanted to?
We touched on a lot.
What's this?
Oh, the transitional times.
Okay. Is that? Yes, talk about this. I really love that. Yes, I love that. Yes.
I said, how was that? Why were we even talking? We were talking about spring and transitioning. And like, it's like we're waiting for it to happen. And this is the time of year that can be like staring into the pot, waiting for the bubbles to boil. And sometimes you just have to kind of like let that happen, because staring at it is not going to make it.
A watched pot never boils.
Is that what they say? Right. Yes. But I feel like that is actually where I'm at right now, trying to like call in spring. And
yeah, you're waiting for those fucking bubbles of spring to happen, and they're just like, you were talking about, like the little bubbles at the bottom, like when you start to see those and you get really excited, like, but like
it's gonna boil soon. Put the lid on, make it go faster.
But then you're still freaking waiting. Yeah, exactly. So
that's where I'm at right now, Michelle. I am watching the pot boil, and
we gotta step back and just like let it happen.
Just snowed on my pot. She snowed. She was almost boiling. It was like 70. I had flip-flops. I was like, okay.
And then somebody came and turned off your pot.
Put cold water in it.
Put cold water in. Put some snow in there.
Guess we're not boiling now.
I still see some daffodils out there.
It's happening. No, it's happening. I know. Just be patient and enjoy the stillness while it's still here. Because, Right.
Yeah. Let's sleep in a little later, and
Yeah. But
it is frustrating, and we are frustrated with you.
Thank you.
Seasonally frustrated.
It's that pitta, as much as, like I said, like, because I do love winter. Like when it started, I was like, oh, it's time.
I was so ready for it. Yeah. When it started, I was like, I'm done.
No.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Give me my sweatshirts. Give me my snuggle. My snuggles. I just want it to be,
I'm done.
Winter or fall or whatever. And now I'm like, I'm ready to, throw on my skirts and
be done.
Twirl outside and be able to sit outside and, journal or whatever. Just sit.
I want the windows open. I want to go for walks more.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready to air it. I'm ready for the air, right? Sure, I love that that's what that was, like the spring air. Like I am ready for that air. I am ready.
For sure. Yes. And again, that's why looking into all this stuff, working on all these things, really sitting with and honoring the phases of the seasons just makes you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, oh, wow, I've already been feeling this. Like I'm seeing this in everybody else. It becomes like you start to open your eyes to these patterns. The clarity comes. Yeah, it's just like you feel like you put fresh eyes on. Like,
what's interesting? Like I was mentioning, like I'll buy fresh flowers in the winter, right? Because I'm trying to bring in a little bit of that life for me through the winter. Do you ever feel like, are there ever parts of the summer? Like I don't have any specifically. I'm just I'm trying to think if I do, but where you felt like you needed to hibernate in the summer?
Yes. Yeah. When we had too many like hot days in a row, like too many, to where I just am exhausted by the heat, like physically and emotionally, and I'm just like, ugh. Do you know what I mean? Like you're fried, like physically and actually front.
Hibernate? Like, do you just stay in, or like, how would you honor that? Like,
yeah, air conditioning.
Yeah. Air conditioning. Staying in, watching a movie, and like pretending it's winter.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess. Yeah.
It's like, I've never really, I'm sure I've done it in the summer. Like, I'm sure I've hit my peaks in the summer.
That's true. I guess, probably, pretending it's winter, staying in the air conditioning. Because like I said, I'm not a huge air conditioner. I mean, I like the air conditioning and I appreciate the air conditioning, but we don't really turn it on at home unless it's ungodly hot. Like, we pretty much, I grew up without air conditioning, so it's like a treat for me. Now working, thank you for the air conditioning, because like, I just don't know how I would work without it. Truly, I would get too hot and sweaty, and people would be sweaty, and nobody,
right? It wouldn't be fun.
Would not be fun.
No,
but at home, we'll turn it. I guess that's when we turn on the air. We shut everything. But I hate that, like shutting everything, turning that off. That's, I guess, would be my hibernating.
Like,
right.
You're honoring that moment in the summer where you need a little bit of like to winter and to feel that.
Because you're just fried. I feel fried.
Yeah.
And I just want a little rest.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. Like, and I feel like that's also important to like mention and honor
for sure.
Each of us too. Like, there are going to be points in each season where you need to like bring in the opposite season.
Yes.
To like balance your own self out a little bit.
Right. For the duality of it. No, I totally agree. I totally see that. Yeah. Except not as much in the fall and spring.
No,
because the weather does that for us. Yeah. It's more in the deepness of winter and the deepness of summer.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of what makes me love the fall and the spring more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. It's not so intense.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more mild of both.
Yeah. And you can flow in it a little easier.
Interesting. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. That you don't have to have that, like, that's very, Oh, I like this.
Right?
I like this.
Maybe that's why I like the extremes more.
Yeah.
I tend to like the extremes, I think, more.
Yeah.
The transitional period is too...
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not enough for me.
It's not enough. I love it. I love it. Right. Oh, well, thank you so much for this conversation. Is there anything else that you want to add?
No, I think we hit everything.
I think we did.
It's really good.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention to time. So, yeah, I don't know how long it's been, but,
well, until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and protect your sanctuary.
Thank you so much. What we didn't say last time that I just wanted to add this time is, please follow us, subscribe, hit the like button. And then after you subscribe and hit the like button, there's a little ding, ding bell. If you hit that ding, ding bell, then you get notified for any time that we post anything on this channel. So there's lots of fun things other than the podcast on the channel too. But yes, we are going to keep pumping out these podcasts as often as we can.
And please comment. I would love to know if you have any questions or topics that you want to hear about.
Yes, please talk to us.
Yes, please talk
to us.
We're friendly.
We are. Sending love.